Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to be forecasting 2 days of severe weather, including possibly a rare November tornado outbreak down there in the south, including Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and even Louisiana. This will be going throughout today and tomorrow, so November 3rd and November 4th. Now, as we get into it here, we are going to be looking at today's severe thunderstorm outlook. We actually do have a risk today to start off this couple of days of severe weather, and this is a slight risk for severe thunderstorms, a level 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. This is where we would likely see severe thunderstorms popping up there in Texas, Oklahoma, and also portions of southern central Kansas. We do have a tornado risk today. This is a 2% chance for tornadoes, and this is not a high chance of tornadoes. This is just kind of a low chance, so maybe 1 or 2 spin-up tornadoes could be possible today across the dry line there in the eastern panhandle of Texas, portions of the panhandle of Oklahoma, western Oklahoma, and portions of southern Kansas. Wind will be a big factor as well. We could see a 15% chance there for 60-mile-per-hour winds, possibly even gusts up to 70-mile-per-hour winds in some storms. Hail is going to be also one of those big factors. We could possibly see upwards of quarter-sized hail, maybe even a little bit larger in some storms. Down here in the central U.S., we could even see much more bigger hail with these types of risk. It's kind of a 50-50 chance you could see quarter-sized hail, or you could see some very large hail in some scenarios. Now, this is the main spotlight, which is tomorrow. We have a possible tornado outbreak here happening in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana. This is an enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms there, which means we could possibly see some of that significant severe weather, possibly also a level 4 to 5, which is a moderate risk could be issued tomorrow. Definitely a big severe weather outbreak will be unfolding tomorrow that we really need to watch closely here. And again, that enhanced risk includes the majority of northeastern Texas, southeastern Oklahoma, southwestern Arkansas, and northwestern Louisiana. The slight risk includes also more Texas, more Oklahoma, more of Arkansas, includes more of Louisiana, and even a little bit of Missouri there, where we could definitely see a lot of widespread severe weather tomorrow. We do have a big tornado risk tomorrow, a 10% hatched risk, which that hatched risk actually means we could possibly see EF2 to EF5 tornadoes possible in that black hatched region. That includes northeastern Texas, that includes Dallas, Fort Worth, areas like that. Even goes down to Waco and Austin, where we could possibly see some very strong tornadoes tomorrow in some of these storms. This 10% chance even extends into over in Lufkin, Texas. Also Shreveport could also see a big chance for tornadoes tomorrow. And don't forget the 5% chance for tornadoes. That's also a decent chance you could see tornadoes in some storms. That includes Little Rock, Arkansas. So Arkansas, even more Louisiana here, southeastern Oklahoma, right near Norman and Oklahoma City, right near Tulsa, could also see a chance for tornadoes tomorrow. 2% even extends upwards up there into Kansas City. So definitely quite a widespread risk for those tornadoes. We do have a big chance for wind as well, so possibly 70 to 80-mile-per-hour winds within this line of storms that will be traveling across Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, even going into Mississippi and Tennessee with some of those damaging winds. We don't have a huge chance for hail because it is November after all, and we don't have a ton of energy that's going to really kick up that hail risk for right now, but hail is definitely still going to be possible with some of those more stronger storms. We're going to be looking at the future radar here from the HRRR model for today. And as we can see, we're going to highlight the risk here, which is in this area right here. The risk for tornadoes mainly and some of those damaging winds, hail also possible. As we move forward throughout today here, we head throughout around 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Storms don't really begin to fire here this afternoon. They really start to wait until the overnight hours. This is going to be about 2 a.m. or so, and we start to see those storms finally firing up here in Kansas. There'll be some hailers down here in more southwestern Kansas. This is going to be right near Greensburg, Kansas. Where you could see a lot of those hailers again in those overnight hours, and you are going to see a lot of those damaging winds with some of those frontal thunderstorms there, where you can very clearly see that gust of wind right there very clearly. And this is going throughout 6 a.m. of Friday tomorrow. We're gonna get more storms also, and just to note, this risk today actually goes through 6 a.m. tomorrow. So that's why I highlighted that in that area, because we could possibly see some early morning supercells popping up there just east of the Oklahoma Panhandle, which definitely could wake some people up there with possibly a tornado warning or two if that gets any sort of tornadic activity with it. But as you can see, these storms continue up here in Iowa, Missouri. Also more storms that will be firing there in the early morning hours. Now switching over to the main event, and this is going to be this area that we are going to be watching here. With this line of storms that's going to be firing tornadoes, damaging winds, and also possibility for hail. And as we go throughout the early morning hours, we mainly see a lot of scattered rain showers across the eastern Texas area, and we start to see some scattered storms start to fire here just after lunchtime. This is going to be around 1 p.m. around 1 or 2 p.m. here. We start to see some storms start to fire, and these are going to be kind of the teaser storms of what's to come later that afternoon. As you can see, those really get going around 5 p.m. tomorrow. And don't forget, the sun is really starting to set early here. So we're only going to have a little bit of time until this goes into straight up nighttime storms, which is going to be very dangerous with that high tornado risk. Dallas-Fort Worth expecting those storms throughout those early afternoon hours through 12 p.m. going into 4 p.m. Dallas-Fort Worth will definitely see those storms move out of the area here by those evening hours. And this is when we really start to see some of those tornadic storms popping up here in extreme northeastern Texas, and even going into portions of southwestern Arkansas as we head throughout some of those late evening hours, some of those hours where people start to head to sleep, which is definitely will be very concerning here. And embedded tornadoes could definitely be possible here within this line of storms heading into those overnight hours. What I'm mainly concerned about is this area for the overnight hours, where we could potentially see some of those embedded, rain-wrapped, and also night-out tornadoes which will be extremely dangerous. If you get a tornado warning, take shelter immediately. You don't need to look outside, especially in nighttime rain-wrapped tornadoes. Definitely just take shelter if a tornado warning is issued for your area, because these could also develop very quickly with these organized spots of thunderstorms, especially in the line. And as we head throughout more of those overnight hours, we can see this line continue with some of those damaging winds and heavy rainfall that will cause a lot of flash flooding as well. This will not be moving super fast here, which will cause flooding here. So Mississippi, also for the early morning hours, 6 a.m. morning commute, you will be seeing a lot of those thunderstorms in Mississippi, and also towards the New Orleans area. Lots of thunderstorm activity that does continue throughout those early morning hours. Tennessee, western Kentucky will generally see some, maybe a couple of thunders and rumbles, but really mainly just heavy rain for the early morning hours in that area. And again, significant tornado parameters are bumping out here in northeastern Texas. We are definitely going to see tornadoes over here tomorrow in this sort of area, even reaching into southwestern Arkansas, where we could possibly see some of those embedded tornadoes as well. So the hot spot for tornadoes tomorrow is generally going to be this type of area right there, where we could see some dangerous tornadoes tomorrow, fast moving. Even rain wrapped wedges could also be a potential for tomorrow with some of these storms. So again, that area definitely needs to be on alert for tomorrow. Make sure you do have your NOAA weather radios, backup batteries, so you can get those warnings. Have those ways to get tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings as well, to keep you safe ahead of this possible dangerous outbreak of storms tomorrow. I will have a live stream ready in case this does get really concerning. So have those post notifications on once you subscribe to the channel, like the video, share this video with friends and family. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.